Welcome back, everybody, to the Trust Life podcast with Richard and
Tiana.
And today we want to talk about authenticity, how to be your most authentic self. And to be honest, what the heck does being authentic
Even mean?
what does it really mean?
Yeah.
I feel like in today's pop culture, spiritual pop culture environment that we're in, authenticity gets thrown around so much.
Yeah.
And there's just so many different interpretations to what this could mean. It could mean just be unhinged. It could just mean just be unfiltered. It could be, but it's not.
It could also mean like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like it gives people permission to like be nasty.
Yes.
Because they're like, well, that's just how I am. That's just who I am.
Yes. And today we're going to unpack all of that and hopefully look at it through a more spiritual lens and bring some mindfulness and some education and wisdom through our lived experiences into how to be authentic.
Yeah. Yeah, this is such a potent topic.
Yeah.
I feel like embodying authenticity has probably been like the most game-changing thing in my life. Not to be dramatic.
Yeah, no, dead ass. It is same. Like, I feel like the more authentically I show up for myself, which is, again, something we're going to unpack.
Yeah.
Authenticity is not about someone else. It's not about the environment that you're in, or it's how do you show up for yourself. The more authentic I've been able to practice doing that for myself, the better my life outcomes have been. Or at least the better relationship I have with my life outcome.
Right.
Because your life outcome is also like you can't really control a lot of what's going to happen in life. It's already outside of you. But your relationship with what's happening outside of you, this is completely yours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So authenticity, do you want to take a stab at what this means for you?
Okay. It's kind of hard to pinpoint like what it is.
Start with how it feels for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm in my power. It feels like I'm in my truth. And I think naturally as human beings, we are, and society has conditioned us to be constantly aware of how we are being perceived.
Yes.
You know, from a young child, it's like, be quiet, this is happening. Or don't do this, or say thank you, or go at whatever it may be. Even if that is not
how you're
what
truly
you would want to do
in that moment, yes.
You know, so we are conditioned with many layers of things and manners and how to be in the world and how to exist. And I feel that actually it's almost like a peeling back of layers, like the process of authenticity, of looking at your beliefs and understanding and feeling into like, is this something that I really feel? Is this something that I actually believe? But I guess if I could explain how it feels, I would say guess in my power.
Yeah.
I don't know how
You're
else.
just sat in your
It just feels like I'm in my power.
In your fullest expression of yourself in that moment.
Yeah, and I'm not caught up in the thinking mind of how am I being perceived? Because, my God, I just thought of it now.
Yes, okay. Let's go for it. Let's go.
Okay. There's a sense of once you get to know yourself, once you connect with who you are and your center, there becomes less of a need of needing to prove yourself to others.
Yes.
Because there's the center within you that is solid and here, that regardless of how you are being perceived or what others might think of you, it's literally all irrelevant because you know and you've met the center.
Yes.
You know your intention.
Yes.
You know what it is that you're doing.
Yes.
So I'd actually say that's what authenticity is for me.
For you.
Yeah.
It's your realization that your inner world is what really matters, and being as aligned as possible to that without caring what
in a way,
Or
but
in-
it also, it can't exist without having some level of knowing yourself.
Yourself,
Because
yes.
what basis are you going on?
Yes, to be
If-
authentic from. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're just trying to be a version of yourself then, if that makes sense.
Yes. Agreed.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. You're looking for like a version of yourself that's most authentic.
Yes.
But then
But it's almost
when
an idea.
it's an idea,
that
it's a
you
construct.
got from outside of you.
100%.
So only when you go on that journey within
Yeah.
can this alignment of living in your authentic self really exist.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
That
Thanks,
was-
Tiana. So for me, I would say authenticity is a surrender to the most radically honest perspective
Okay.
that you have access to in that moment.
Oh,
It's in that moment. Because I think our ability to be to express ourselves authentically,
yes.
it varies depending on where we are within ourselves, contextually, where we are in life. I think it will vary. And there's no like point of authenticity that we must always operate from at each time.
It's in each moment.
It's each moment. How honest can I be in this moment?
Oh, that is exactly it.
Yes, that is my authentic expression in this moment. And the next moment might vary.
Yes.
Because the next moment might be with people that I'm not so comfortable with, that I've just met.
Yeah.
That, and even though we ideally want to be consistently expressing authenticity from the same point, but we're also human.
Exactly.
And we're also reacting to our environment to
Yes.
gauge how safe we are.
Yes.
Right, but it's how honest can I be in this moment?
Wow.
That is, for me, the authentic expression.
Yes.
Like radically surrendering to your most honest version of yourself.
Wow.
In that moment, we have to qualify. In that moment.
I think that's so spot on.
Yeah.
And I just want to add to this because this has just brought up something for me. So it's a bit of a story time.
Yes. Love a good story.
I actually had applied to go to a Vipassana. I think this must have been when I was like 23, and I'd be doing them like once every year.
Right.
And I applied to go, and then I saw on my friend's story this poster saying Kambula, and it had this huge eagle, and it was like a 4-day gathering. And I was like, I'm canceling my Vipassana and I've just got to go to this.
Right.
So into the middle of nowhere, I arrived with the most incredible group of humans, probably like 20 of us.
Right.
And so much of my journey had been so individual in terms of Vipassana is quite an individual.
Yes, you've got to go fight your own battles.
Exactly. No. And it's very much like in your own, dealing with your own. There isn't this shared
communal experience. Yes.
In a way there is, because it's like you're all meditating together.
Yes.
But
it doesn't feel like a community.
Yes.
Where people are helping you.
Yeah. On your journey or sharing or you're being witnessed or that whole dynamic.
Yes. It's more of like with Vipassana, it's more of people are helping you. The vibrations are helping you.
Yes, exactly.
But it's not very physical. It's not it's not very physical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I experienced for the first time this immense fear of being witnessed because now I'm on the spiritual journey and I'm very much discovering who I am, and that's like changing every moment. Yes. And I'm like trying to grapple onto like this identity of like who I am, and then trying to portray that to like this group of people that I'm like, oh, they're so cool and whatever. And there was multiple times where we would do group check-ins, and every time I'd sit there and I'd be so nervous and so anxious and rehearsing what I'm going to say and like whatever. And I wouldn't even be listening to what anyone is saying. I'm just like, me, what am I going to say? Yes. How do I want to be perceived by all these people?
Right.
And eventually something clicked into place where I was like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? Like, this is so not the point of this.
Yes.
The point of this is to trust that in that moment, I will know exactly what I want to say.
Yes.
And therefore, I could be present, I could listen
Yes.
and hear each person.
Yes.
And when it got to me, I could just speak authentically from that version
Yes.
in that moment
Yes.
of exactly what I needed to say.
And that would be perfect for that moment.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
It would be contextual to that moment.
Exactly.
Right.
And this like brings it back to trust life
Trust. You've got to trust.
in each moment.
That's right.
You know?
Right. So I think we can land on
Yeah.
authenticity being this radical surrendering to the most honest expression of yourself in that moment.
Yes.
It's a moment to moment thing.
Yes.
There's some moments where you can be super vulnerable, super honest, super open.
Yeah.
And that's the ideal state because we want to operate from there all the time.
Exactly.
But there are moments where you're probably not safe. And being honest might actually get you physically harmed.
Wow.
Right? There's so many spaces for different people. If you're marginalized, you're gay or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Where your physical safety will be questioned. Is like, how honest and how authentic can you be in that moment that still allows you to express your fullest self, but also gets you to the next moment.
Yes.
Right? So
I think that is so key.
Yeah.
Because I really feel like when authenticity is spoken about,
Yes.
that element is missed.
It's missing 100%.
You know, and this sense of safety and being human, there's no space for that.
There's no space for that. This is what I love that you brought that up because it's something that I have grappled with in my spiritual journey, but only recently have I made peace with this notion that we are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Yes.
Therefore, the human we need to account for being human.
Totally.
We need to like account.
Hold space for that.
Hold
and
a lot-
compassion and love.
And the truth is, hold a lot of space for that because our human suit is driving the boat a lot of the times. Our
Yes.
hormones, so many things are driving the way that we think, the way
Yes.
we receive the world that are completely, we have.
It's like animalistic. It's like literal responses to your environment that have got nothing to do with how spiritually enlightened you are in a way. You know, it's like that those things can still coexist.
They have to coexist. And so as much as we're trying to be spiritually, evolved and aware, like you say, hold space and compassion for your bodysuit, which is this human animal that needs to be fed and slept and loved and had sex with. And, do you know what I mean? Like there's so many things. And I see it so often with spiritual leaders who go through scandal where they're like, I don't know, sleeping with some, I don't know, they're having these like very weird fetishes and stuff. It's because they're, for me, I find it's because they're so focused on the spiritual element and they're not servicing the human needs, that the human needs then gets warped and into this ugly outlet where they're like, I don't know what they're
like
doing.
bypassing.
Or like, I'll give you an example, like Gandhi, for example. Don't cancel me.
Episode 1.
Episode got cancelled. But like Gandhi was like notoriously known for like entertaining the company of like really, really young girls.
Okay.
Right?
I
like
don't know.
yes, right. And even recently, what's his name? What's the one that came up in the Epstein files?
Deepak Chopra.
Deepak Chopra, exactly, right? So incredible spiritual leaders who still have human desire. They have need for love and sex and everything else. But because we think spirituality and these human needs have to be kind of separate, it becomes these scandals when, if anything, it's all part of the equation. So taking into account your humanity as well as your spirituality and trusting that your actions in that moment through surrender, trusting that life will speak through you or act or you will do something that is your most authentic expression in that moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that for me is authenticity.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We're going to end the episode here, but there is a part 2. So if you like what you're hearing and you want to hear more about some tools and tips and practices on being more authentic, watch the next episode. Thank you.
See you there.